right, so let's get started with the very first topic in Dart. And you might already or might not already be familiar with what this topic is. If you're a beginner, don't worry, you would understand definitely. Now we are going to simply be treating what variables are in Dart. So Dart variables. In simple terms, a variable is just simply a named container used to store data. As you see, I've added emphasis. A variable is just used to store data. That's all. And every variable always has a name and a value. Now, this might still look technical. Well, think back to your middle high school. Maybe back then in school where you have to do some simple math, where you have to say, they give you questions like calculate. So maybe calculate where A is 10, and they give you another alphabet, okay, representing a number. So B is let's say 5, okay, and then your teacher gives you some bunch of questions like A plus B, and some bunch of questions like what I have here, right? Obviously, from looking at it, you should be able to solve this, right? Good. Well, if we wanted to solve this first 3 questions here, obviously that's a simple one, right? And all you just need to do is to just look at the question. A here is actually represented by 10, right? So basically this is just simply 10 and then plus, and then we also have B. B in this case is represented by a number called 5, right? So technically, basically we simply have 10 plus 5 and we get 15. If you wanted to solve for the second one, that of course is going to be like 10 plus another 10, because 10 is A and the second 10 is A, right? And you definitely know the answer is going to be 15. And if you had to solve the third one already, again we have A in this case is 10 plus, you should be able to know what B represents, 5, and then we simply get 15. Okay, so why am I even explaining this? The reason I'm explaining this in essence is that this A we are saying or using here and this B, they're actually not the real value, right? They are representing a value. Okay, so you see this A here and you see this B here also. Okay, they are simply called a variable. Okay, because a variable allows you to store values. Another example is saying age, and imagine you set your age to, let's say, 30. So this age is a variable, okay? And then this 30 is the value, right? So this is what a variable is simply is, okay? A variable is just used to store data, and every variable has a name and a value. Okay, now if you actually want to create a variable in Dart, remember we are learning Dart programming language, right? So if you simply want to create a variable, we could simply use the same example we did earlier by simply using A equals 10. But unfortunately in Dart, this is not how to do it. Instead, in Dart, you start with the variable name. You say var. Instead of writing variable, like just say var, then you can now write the name of your variable, A, right? Then you can set it to 10. Okay, and don't forget to always put your semicolon. If you wanted to do the same thing for B, that's going to be var B, then we can set that to 5. If you wanted to store your age, earlier we wrote age equals to 30, right? Okay, now to do it properly, you have to say var, then you say assign your variable to 30 like this. Okay, so this is how you do it in Dart. So let's simply try this right now. So coming back to Dart here, we have created our first file in the last class. Remember to put it on autosave. So we are going to be creating on that file now. You can click on this icon, or on the sidebar, just right click. If you can't see the sidebar, Ctrl B to open and close. So just right click anywhere on the sidebar, then click on new file. Okay, so this time we are simply going to name that variable .dart. Okay, and then press enter. Good. So we've now created our file called variables.dart. So if you want to get started with Dart, the first thing you always have to do, you don't have to worry about this for now, is to always start with by opening void. Okay, then main like this, and open your parenthesis and then your curly bracket. So anytime you open any dart file, don't always forget to first of all open this file. We'll talk about what this is later. For now, it might look complex to explain. So void main, open your parenthesis, okay, then your curly brackets like this, and then press enter. So you can do anything you want to do inside of this void main. Okay, good. So inside of here, remember we simply created we simply want to learn how to create a variable, right? So let's actually create the variable inside here in this case. So I'll contribute to close. So to create the variable, you type var, okay, then let's actually create the variable we created earlier. So a, then we simply set this to 10. Don't forget to put in your semicolon. Let's do the same thing for b. So you press enter to jump to the next line, and then let's say var b, and then we set that to 5. Okay, good. So this is simply how to create a variable in Dart. The reason why we are creating this variable is because we can reuse it as many times as possible. Remember how we were able to reuse it by saying a plus b by still calling the same a several times. Okay, so we can reuse this variable as many times as possible. Good. So now we want to see the result of this variable. So to do that, still inside of your void, let's just use the keyword print. Okay, then open parenthesis, and anything you are typing, make sure you type it in a small letter. Okay, so right beside this print, don't always forget your semicolon. So inside of this print, well, I simply want to add 10 plus 5. You know what I could have done is to just write 10 plus 5. Okay, and you might be wondering, why is it not inside double quotes? Okay, it is only when you want to type a text. Okay, that is what should be inside double quote. For example, if I want to type my name is John, I can open double quotes or single quotes, and I can type John inside it. Okay, but since we are not typing a text, it's a number, you don't need double quote, just type the number. So 10, then you can use your plus and then 5, right? Now this actually would show the result in this case. So let's actually run it. Remember how to run it. One way you can do it is to go to terminal at the top there. Okay, now if you can't simply see terminal, you should simply see these 3 dots. Okay, and then you see terminal, then click on new terminal. Okay, if you already have it open, that's fine. Of course, you know how to run it. Inside your terminal, you just type dart, then space the file name. Okay, so let's try it. So inside your terminal, you type dart. Okay, now there are 2 ways you can do it. You type dart, then the file name which we are using now is called variables.dart, right? Okay, so you type that, then variables.dart. Okay, so you can type it like this, or you can just type dart. You can type that run. So the run is not necessary yet. You can just call only that, and then the file name which you are using right now. So variables.dart. Okay, and then press enter. So what this is going to do for you now is like you are telling that to run what is inside this file you just created now. And you know what we have inside it is this print 10 plus 5. Now it's not going to run this a and b, because it's only when you say print something, that's when you see the result in your terminal here. All right, so you can see now that we simply have 15, and that's because we simply said 10 plus 5 here. Okay, so this is just a simple way to do it. But imagine we simply want to say maybe 10 minus 5. Now instead of me saying 10, jumping to the next line and writing 10 minus 5, let's use what we have here already, the variables we have here, which is this a and b. So you know what you simply need to do, where you have this 10 plus 5, simply just delete that, and you know the 10 is simply a, right? So just write a, then plus b. It's technically still the same thing. It's like we are still saying 10 plus 5. Okay, good. Now if you still want to run it to confirm the result, just come to your terminal here, then type the same dart variables.dart, or you can simply arrow up on your keyboard to bring you the recent command you just typed, and you press enter. Now as soon as you press enter, you are still going to get exactly the same 15 that we got earlier. Okay, which technically is just to tell you that well, it's still 10 plus 5 here, okay, except that we are storing it as A and B. Okay, so now since that is clear, let's continue. So right after the semicolon, you press enter. Let's actually print more stuff. So print open parenthesis, so let's say A minus B, and don't always forget your semicolon. So let's actually print A. Okay, now you can use dividing, of course, computer, so that will be slash, so it means A divided by B, which means 10 divided by 5. And let's type one more. Okay, so that is going to be A times, so not this X, so times is this asterisk, so you look for it, so B. So what all of this just simply means is just a simple calculation we are trying out here. And if you want to run everything, of course, make sure your work is saved, or if it is on auto save, you don't need to save it every time. You can see mine is checked, so it means I don't need to save. It will save for me. So to run it, come to your terminal again, then you can type the same dot variables.dat or arrow up, and when you press enter, you would be getting result of all the things you simply printed here. So you'll be getting 10 at 5. I think 10 divided by 5 is 2. 10 times 5 is 50. Okay, so these are simply the answers you'll be getting right inside your terminal. Now sometimes this may be slow to show up, especially due to the performance of your system, but as you can see, we now finally have the result right in our terminal. Okay, good. So this is simply it in this case. So let's actually try to remove this code here because we don't need it. Okay, so there's actually what we call comments in Dart. Comments is just a way to hide your code. Okay, remember I said hide your code. So instead of me saying, oh, I don't want to print all this again, imagine you just deleted it. Everything is gone, right? And let's say you wanted to bring it back. There is no way you have to bring it back. You simply just needed to write it again, right? So let me just Control Z to bring it back. So let's just pretend that we don't want this code, but we simply may need it later. So what you can do is to comment out your code. And to comment out your code, just come before where you want to where the code you don't need right now. Okay, you don't want to see it, you don't want to delete it, and you also just want to keep it. You can just put 2// before it like this. So putting 2// just means this code should remain invisible. So let's put / on everything. So we are pretending that we don't need this code again right now. Good. So that means if you still run what we have here, if you still run that variables, let's see if it will still print all those answers here. So let's come to our terminal here, and then we simply type that variables to see if that works. So enter. Now I have simply run the code now, but as you can see, I ran that variables.dat. If I try to run it again just for you to see now, it's not going to show any result, and I press enter, you don't get any result, right? Because anytime you put 2/ before a code, it means you don't want it to be run, or you just don't need it right now. So instead of you deleting it, you can hide it by putting 2// like this. Okay, so good. So this is what comment is, and that's it. So we can actually create more variables now. So let's try to create more variables. So what you want to do now is to, let's continue below here, or we can continue above here, and that way we have B. So under here we can create more variables like var age, and we can set it to whatever age. Let's say maybe 50. Don't forget your semicolon. You can create as many variables as you want. So let's say var, and then, well, let's say maybe this time rating. Okay, maybe the rating on Play Store is 4.5. okay, and then you can put in your semicolon, right? So we can continue again. Let's actually try to be more different this time. Let's say I want to store my name this time around, and let's say my name is actually Leo. Okay, and so far we've actually been storing numbers. You know, we've so far been storing var, we've been storing numbers like what we have here. Okay, so we've stored A and we've set it to, you know, 10 and so on, right? What if I wanted to store my name? So say my name is John, right? So what you do, of course, is to say var. But if you want to store your name, you know, that's my first name, right? So I'll say first name, and then let's say my name is John. Now this is very wrong. Okay, so the proper way to do it is that when you say var first, Okay, now, well, if you have a variable with two names, you can see you can either write it together like this, but that's not recommended, or you can use underscore and say first name. Then if you want to store your name, it has to be inside a double quotes or a single quote. Okay, so if you want to store your name, let's just say John like this, then put your semicolon. Okay, or you can do it this way by saying var first. Now the name which comes next, okay, just put the first letter of the first word in capital letter. In this case, N is the next letter, right, of the next word. So you just put it in capital letter and you say name like this, and then you can say use single quote or double quote. Okay, so John like this. All right, so there are various ways. Just know that you should not put in first space name like this. This is very wrong. Okay, so however, you just simply want to do that. Okay, so or you can write the first and underscore capital name like this, but it's very uncommon. Okay, so if you want to store a name, make sure you put it in a double quote or a single quote. So the popular way is just these two methods, so anyone that pleases you. So let's try to store our name now. So var then first, then you can, I'll simply use underscore name like this. Okay, then to store your name, you can put it in a double quote or a single quote, so whatever one that pleases you. So I'll just use a single quote for now, and I'll say my name is Leo. Then don't forget your semicolon. Okay, so let's store our last name as well. So var then last underscore name, then we can set it to John. Okay, good. So let's actually store our house address. So let me just say house underscore address. You can write it in full that way. Now you know your house address contains number and, well, maybe your address, right? So if it contains number, that's fine. You can just put everything in a single quote. So if something contains number and text together, okay, just put everything inside the double quote. All right, so let's actually put it in a double quote. Let's say 101, then let's say lead K lane, okay, because that's my address. Okay, so offshore. Good. So this is simply how to just, you know, work with different variables. So all this you are seeing here, this A which you see here, the B which you see here, the age, rating, first name, last name, house address, everything is simply called a variable. Okay, so variable, that's the topic we're learning, and I'm making sure that you understand what the variable is. Okay, and then you can simply print the variables if you want. So if we jump to the next now, then write print, then you can print the variables if you want. So don't forget your semicolon always. So let's say we want to print our first name. You can just come inside here and say first underscore name like this. Okay, and then if you simply run it in your terminal, okay, because I'm going to do that now, it's going to now show you your first name. Okay, mind you, they have double quotes or single quote between them. Okay, so as you can see in my terminal now, I get Leo. Okay, so this is all about variables in Dart, and this also applies to other program languages as well. So thank you, bye bye. We talk about the next topic, data types.